My child, stop whatever you are doing and do not look away. I look at what you have been enduring, and honestly, I prayed this day would never come. I never wanted the trials in your life to reach such a desperate, agonizing level that I would have to step in and fundamentally alter the fabric of your reality just to save you. But the enemy has pushed too far, and you leave me no choice. I am stepping in, and I have made a very serious decision about your life. You must listen to this message in its entirety, down to the very last word, because the final revelation I am going to share with you will unlock the exact rescue and blessing you have been begging me for. If you walk away now, you will miss the vital key to the season of breakthrough that is already waiting at your door. So quiet your mind, open your heavy heart, and stay with me until the end. This is not an ordinary moment, and these are not ordinary words. I am speaking to you right now because my heart could no longer bear to watch you break. A permanent and profound decree has just been issued in the highest courts of heaven concerning your future. I have been watching over you, weighing every single moment of your exhausting journey. I have seen every hidden battle you fought when no one else was in the room. I have seen the heavy tears you desperately tried to wipe away before the world could notice how deeply you were hurting. I have heard every panicked question you whispered into the crushing darkness when you thought you were completely alone and abandoned. I never thought things would get so bad that you would need me to tear apart your current circumstances to fix them. But enough is enough. I have taken all your pain, all your confusion, and all your waiting into my own hands. Today, I am stepping in front of you with absolute love, with undeniable power, and with fierce urgency to declare, I am taking over, and I have made a very serious decision about you. Declare your amen for all to witness if you are ready for me to step in. This decision did not come from anger. It did not come from frustration or impatience. It was birthed entirely from my deep, unshakable, and overwhelming love for you. It comes from the divine plans I wrote for your life long before you took your very first breath on this earth. I have been near you in ways you did not always recognize. I stood fiercely by your side in the bitter seasons when you thought I was a million miles away. I shielded you from betrayals, accidents, and attacks you did not even know were coming against you. I held your mind and your spirit together when the crushing weight of life threatened to shatter you into 1,000 pieces. And now, the time has come for me to act in a way that will leave absolutely no doubt in your mind, or in the minds of those who watch you, that I am with you, and I am for you. This decision I have made will fundamentally shift the path ahead of you. It is going to forcefully close doors that were never meant to hold you. Doors that were keeping you trapped in cycles of anxiety and lack. And it is going to blow wide open the doors you thought had been locked forever. It will separate you from the environments, the habits, and the people that drain your spirit. And it will lead you directly into the places you were uniquely created to walk in. I do not speak these words lightly. I am telling you this today because I want your heart to be completely ready for the transition. I want you to lean into me right now, more than you ever have in your entire life. I need you to trust that what I have decided in the heavenly realms will bring you into the exact life of peace, purpose, and abundance I always intended for you to have. Listen closely, my beloved, for you are about to see my hand move in a way that will mark your life forever. Before I reveal the full depth of what I have decided, I need you to truly understand the depth of my heart toward you. I have been watching you in every single season. I watched you in the seasons that felt so bitterly lonely that you actually wondered if I still saw you at all. I have heard the agonizing cries you whispered when no one else was around to comfort you. I have felt the exact heaviness that pressed down on your chest when you laid in bed, staring into the quiet darkness. wondering how much longer you could possibly endure the pressure. I saw the moments when you forced yourself to get up and keep walking, even though every bone in your body and every thought in your mind wanted to surrender and give up. None of it, not one single second of your struggle, has been hidden from me. I have carried the heavy weights you thought you were carrying all by yourself. I have taken careful note of every time you chose to believe me, even when the answers did not come when you wanted them to. I saw how you clung to me even when the delays felt like endless, agonizing silence. And because of that faith, as fragile and paper-thin as it sometimes felt to you, this is the exact moment I have chosen to step in and forcefully shift the path before you. You have walked through the fire, and though you may not see it when you look in the mirror, you have come out of those flames significantly stronger, wiser, and more beautiful than before. You have faced battles that would have completely crushed other people, yet here you are, still standing, still breathing, still hoping. You have endured long, frustrating seasons of silence, but I need you to know that even in that deafening silence, I was actively speaking to your spirit in ways your physical ears could not yet hear. I was preparing you. I was building endurance in you. But the season of silence is over. Now I am speaking with crystal clarity. I am about to take everything the enemy deliberately meant for your harm, and I am going to turn it into the greatest testimony of my goodness that your family and friends have ever seen. The pain you have endured will absolutely not be wasted. The bitter losses you have felt will not be the end of your story. I am bringing a wave of restoration that will reach much deeper than your deepest wounds. I am bringing a supernatural healing that will touch even the broken places inside you that you stopped asking me to heal because you thought they were unfixable. My decision concerning you is not only to deliver you from the heavy burdens that have been weighing you down. It is to literally lift you into a high place where my radiant light shines clearly through every single area of your life. But my beloved, you must also understand that this massive decision comes with a calling. I am drawing you closer to my heart. I am inviting you into a level of trust you have never experienced before. I am asking you right now to finally release the chronic fear that constantly whispers lies to you. The fear that tells you good things will always be taken away. The fear that tells you the other shoe is always going to drop. I am asking you to let go of the bitter roots of resentment that have tried to wrap around your heart because of all the people who let you down and the disappointments you had to swallow. I am asking you to permanently stop replaying the traumatic events of your past. Stop giving your energy to yesterday, because the past is absolutely not where I am leading you. I am not calling you backward into what was. I am calling you forward into something entirely unprecedented and new. But here is the spiritual law you must understand. To walk into the massive blessings I have prepared for you, you must loosen your physical and emotional grip on the things that cannot follow you into this next season. There are toxic relationships, dead-end mindsets, and heavy burdens you have been dragging along that were never yours to carry in the first place. Hand them over to me right now. There are voices of doubt, criticism, and jealousy that you have been listening to. Voices that have only made you second-guess yourself and doubt my perfect plan for your life. Turn their volume down to 0. This is the season where your ears must be exclusively tuned to my voice above all others. If your peace comes from above, declare, "I rest in you, Lord," where all can see, as a public testimony that you are handing over your heavy burdens to me today. The decision I have made is already in active motion. Even as you are hearing these words, massive pieces are falling into place in the spiritual realm that you cannot yet see with your natural eyes. I am orchestrating the alignment of specific people, strategic opportunities, and abundant resources, so that when you finally step forward, the road will be paved and clear. You may wake up some mornings and feel like absolutely nothing is happening, but the absolute truth is that everything is happening just beyond the veil of your natural sight. I am actively moving in the unseen world, preparing a grand stage that will completely astonish you when the curtain is finally pulled back. Do not let a spirit of impatience rob you of the masterpiece I am building. Wait on me with joyful expectation. Trust that my timing is never a delay, but a perfect, masterful unfolding of a divine strategy. And hear me clearly on this. No one on earth or in hell can undo what I have decided for you. No demon, no enemy, no past mistake, no physical obstacle is greater than my sovereign will. When I open a door, no man can slam it shut. When I speak a word, it manifests into reality. When I declare a thing over your life, it comes to pass without fail. So when I look you in the eyes and tell you I have made a serious decision about you, I want you to know with unshakable certainty that it is permanently sealed in heaven. It is not up for negotiation. It is not up for debate. It will absolutely not be reversed by any power in existence. You are literally stepping over the threshold into a season that has been explicitly marked with my divine favor, and every single step you take in faith from this moment forward will bring you into good things. I am moving in the unseen, and it is done. The paperwork in heaven is signed. The decree has been issued. I have walked with you through many changing seasons, some overflowing with brilliant joy and others saturated with deep, agonizing pain. But this specific decision I have made will pull you up from the dirt. It will not leave you where you currently are. I am relocating you physically, mentally, and spiritually into a place where your exhausted heart will finally find true rest, where your battered spirit will be aggressively strengthened, and where your physical eyes will witness my goodness in ways that will leave you speechless. I do not make my decisions lightly. Every single choice I make for your life carries the weight of eternity, and this breakthrough is no different. This moment right now is the direct accumulated result of every single prayer you have ever prayed, every single tear you have ever cried into your pillow, and every single moment you forced yourself to keep believing me, when every logical voice told you to give up and let go. You have cried out to me so many times asking, "Lord, do you even see me? Do you have any idea how emotionally and physically tired I am? Do you understand how much I have poured out for others and how much I have lost in the process?" And my loving answer to you today is, yes. Yes, I see you. I have always seen you. I saw you give generously when your own bank account was almost empty. I saw you love people fiercely when they completely failed to love you back. I saw you choose to forgive those who wronged you when the wounds they inflicted were still bleeding and fresh. I saw you force yourself to stand tall when it would have been so much easier to collapse onto the floor. I have seen every quiet, unseen act of faith, every tiny, trembling step forward when you felt entirely weak, and every beautiful moment you deliberately chose to worship me instead of drowning in worry. Absolutely none of it went unnoticed by heaven. None of it was a waste of your time. All of those painful, stretching moments were the exact ingredients needed to lead you to this exact point in your timeline. The serious decision I have made for you today is to lift you significantly higher than the gravity of the weights that have tried to hold you down. I am literally taking the very weapons that were forged to break you, and I am melting them down to build the foundation of your new empire. I am taking the sharp pain that was designed by the enemy to silence your voice, and I am turning it into a roaring megaphone of hope for thousands of others. I am taking every humiliating closed door that made you question your own value, and I am opening vastly superior doors that will clearly demonstrate exactly how precious and highly valued you are in my sight. The enemy of your soul has tried relentlessly again and again to convince your mind that you are the forgotten child. But my precious one, you have never, not for a fraction of a millisecond, been forgotten by me. Your name is permanently engraved into the very palms of my hands. I have carried you through every storm, every valley, and every dark night. And now, I am not only coming to change your external circumstances, I am coming to completely change you from the inside out. I am actively removing the suffocating heaviness that has been sitting on your chest. I am permanently healing the deep psychological and emotional wounds that you honestly believed you would have to limp with for the rest of your life. I am resurrecting the beautiful dreams you buried in the graveyard of disappointment because you thought they were impossible to achieve. I am breathing fresh oxygen into your hope. I am downloading a brand new supernatural strength directly into your spirit that will empower you to stand like an immovable mountain, no matter what winds blow. This strength will not come from your own exhausted willpower. It will flow directly from me, from my own spirit living actively inside of you, guiding your every move, every single day. But my beloved, I must warn you, with this massive decision and this unprecedented blessing comes a great responsibility. You absolutely cannot return to the toxic environments, the bad habits, and the small-minded thinking that once held you captive. You cannot allow the same old fears, the same crippling insecurities, and the same negative voices to speak louder than my eternal truth in your mind. You must guard your heart and your mind like a fortress protecting a priceless treasure. You must be incredibly discerning and careful about who you share these new blessings with, because not everyone has the spiritual capacity to understand what I am doing in your life. Some people will project their own doubts onto you. Some will actively try to plant seeds of fear to keep you playing small. Some will be intensely jealous of the unmerited favor I am pouring over you. Do not let their toxic words take root in the soil of your heart. Keep your eyes locked entirely on me. Keep your heart fiercely anchored to my promises. I will lead you meticulously step by step, and I will personally ensure that you have exactly what you need. Every resource, every connection, every dollar, every ounce of energy, for every single phase of this new journey. Even when you look at the massive scope of this blessing and feel completely unqualified and unprepared, know that I have already prepared the rooms you are about to walk into. I am walking ahead of you to clear the path. I am walking beside you to hold your hand, and I am walking behind you as your rear guard, covering you entirely on every side. To see this message reach the brokenhearted, extend your hand and support the vessel delivering my word. Give generously where your spirit is fed, and watch how I multiply your seed. Supporting the spread of my light is a seed that always produces a massive harvest in your own life. You will absolutely not walk into this new, intimidating season alone. My steady hand will physically guide you. My gentle voice will direct your decisions, and my warm presence will wrap around you like an impenetrable shield. I need you to trust me with absolute blind faith right now, because what I have decided to give you is infinitely greater, wider, and deeper than anything you would have known to ask for or chosen for yourself. Very soon, your physical eyes will see that every painful delay, every devastating closed door, and every agonizing moment of waiting was actually a divine setup leading you precisely here, to the exact intersection where my perfect will and your beautiful life finally meet in perfect synchronization. My child, you are stepping out of the waiting room and into a season that I have been carefully constructing for a very long time. You may not have had the spiritual vision to see all the subtle ways I was working behind the scenes, but I have been meticulously arranging every single detail with the care of a master craftsman. While you were crying, praying, and waiting, I was busy moving massive mountains into place. While you were sitting in the dark wondering if anything was ever going to change, I was busy unlocking doors that you didn't even know were in front of you. I have been working tirelessly in the background of your life, taking what looked like devastating setbacks and transforming them into the very stepping stones that are elevating you right now. I promise you this: absolutely nothing in your life has been wasted. Not the physical pain, not the mental confusion, not the financial loss, and not even the shameful times when you felt completely disconnected and far from me. All of it, the good, the bad, and the ugly, has been sovereignly used to forge your character and bring you to this exact turning point. This serious decision I have made concerning you is not only to bless you with peace and prosperity, it is to specifically position you for a kingdom purpose far greater than your human mind can currently comprehend. I have specifically chosen you, handpicked you out of the crowd. I have chosen you for an assignment that will not only permanently change the trajectory of your own family's bloodline, but will also bring massive healing and touch the lives of countless others. I am calling you to carry a blazing light into environments where there has only ever been suffocating darkness. I am calling you to bring a calming peace into rooms where there has only been chaotic unrest. I am calling you to inject life-saving hope into situations where there has only been fatal despair. This is the exact reason why I had to put you through the fire of preparation. This is why you had to walk through the crushing seasons that tested every limit of your sanity and faith. This is why I deliberately allowed certain people, certain jobs, and certain comforts to be abruptly removed from your life. I was aggressively making room for the magnitude of what is coming. I was stretching the capacity of your heart so that it could actually hold the massive weight of these new blessings without being crushed by the pressure of them. I was teaching you the hard, vital lesson of depending exclusively on me, so that when these massive blessings finally arrive in your hands, your faith and your identity will remain anchored in the God who gave the gifts, rather than becoming obsessed with the gifts themselves. Proclaim "Forever Yours Jesus" as a public seal where all can see, declaring that you are never turning back to the shadows of your past. My beloved, I want you to understand the gravity of something incredibly important right now. This decision I have made is final. It is absolute. It has been signed, sealed, and delivered in the highest realms of heaven. Absolutely no power of darkness, no witchcraft, no generational curse, and no demonic delay can undo it. No terrible mistake from your past, no secret sin you repented of, and no moment of weakness can cancel it. The low, gossiping opinions of jealous men and women cannot change it. When I, the creator of the universe, speak a definitive word over your life, it stands firm forever. The exact same hands that stretched out the galaxies and formed the stars have written this beautiful decision permanently into the script of your life, and no human or spiritual eraser can remove it. This is exactly why I desperately need you to trust me completely in the transitional days that are immediately ahead of you. There will be confusing moments when the specific path I lead you down does not make logical sense to your human brain. There will be frustrating days when the enemy tempts you to doubt the process because you cannot see the completed puzzle. But I am commanding you to walk by faith and absolutely not by sight. I am asking you to believe with every fiber of your being that even in the dark, even in the unseen, I am actively working all things together for your ultimate good and my ultimate glory. Do not be terrified of the things, the habits, or the people that I am currently removing from your life. If I am pulling something out of your hands, it is only because that thing is too small, too broken, or too toxic to survive in the elevated atmosphere where I am taking you. Do not cling desperately to things that are visibly dying and fading, for I am trying to hand you something eternal and lasting. Do not hold on to the broken fragments of your past when I have prepared a whole, perfect future for you. Trust me enough to let me perform the surgery of taking away what will ultimately infect and harm you, even if the incision feels painful in the temporary moment. Just as a master gardener aggressively prunes a branch so it can bear a much heavier yield of fruit, I am lovingly pruning the dead weight from your life so that you may violently flourish and expand. Every single cut has a divine purpose. Every single removal makes vast space for something infinitely greater. I must also warn you, my child, to aggressively guard your mind and heart against the weapon of distraction. The enemy knows he cannot stop my blessing from reaching you, so his only strategy is to try and distract you so you miss the timing. He will try to use chaotic busyness, sudden irrational fears, and even the temptation of good things to pull your vital focus completely away from me. Do not give him an inch of your attention. Keep your eyes relentlessly fixed on my face. Keep your ears finely tuned to my voice. Stay anchored in daily prayer. Let my written word be the heavy anchor that keeps your boat from drifting in the changing tides. The massive blessings, the wealth, the relationships, and the platforms I am bringing to you are absolutely not meant to pull your heart away from me. They are meant to be a testimony that draws you and others closer to my heart. If you keep me in the absolute center of your daily life, then nothing and no one will ever be able to shake your foundation. And know this incredible truth. I am not just going to give you the specific things you asked for in your prayers. I am going to give you significantly more. I am going to give you vastly better. I am going to drop things into your lap that you did not even have the vocabulary or the imagination to pray for. My ways are astronomically higher than your ways, and my thoughts are infinitely greater than your thoughts. You have been dreaming within the limits of your human logic, but I have been planning within the limitless boundaries of my divine nature. Greater, richer, deeper, wider. Very soon you will testify to the world that I am not only the God who merely answers prayers, but the God who exponentially exceeds them. My dear child, I need you to grasp exactly why this decision I have made is so intensely serious. It is not just about changing your bank account, your relationship status, or your physical address. It is about fundamentally transforming the core of who you are. I am not merely opening new wooden doors for you to walk through. I am aggressively shaping your character and your heart, so that when you walk into those new rooms, you will rule them with supernatural wisdom and humility. I am not just placing heavy blessings of wealth and influence into your hands. I am expanding the spiritual muscles of your spirit so that those blessings will not be squandered, stolen, or misused. I am not just flipping the calendar to change your season. I am actively metamorphosing you into the incredibly powerful, confident, and radiant person I always knew you would become. This deep transformation is exactly why I have been so intensely careful and deliberate with your specific journey. There were desperate times you screamed at the ceiling, convinced I was ignoring you. But the truth is I was performing deep, intricate surgery on your soul in ways too complex for your human eyes to witness. Every single painful delay had a protective reason. Every single "not yet" was a shield guarding a precious, fragile seed of purpose growing inside of you. Every single door that I slammed in your face was to block you from walking into a trap that would have destroyed you. You have begged and pleaded for me to finally act, and I am telling you today, I am acting right now. But hear me clearly on this. When I finally move, I never move halfway. I do not bless in tiny, insignificant fractions. When I decide to pour out my favor, I open the floodgates and bless completely, fully, and overwhelmingly. I do not step into your life to fix one tiny area and leave the rest of your house in ruins. I am the God who makes absolutely all things brand new, and right now, in this very moment, I am making all things new for you. The chronic, aching loneliness you have carried like a heavy backpack is about to be entirely replaced with the warm, consuming fire of my presence, and with divine connections that will feel like home. The heavy mental fog and confusion you have carried for years will instantly give way to laser-sharp clarity, deep understanding, and an unshakable peace. The specific areas of your life where you have struggled the most, failed the most, and cried the most will miraculously become the exact areas where your testimony shines the brightest. People who knew you in your season of failure will look at the radical transformation of your life, and they will be forced to admit that it is I, the Lord, who has done this miraculous thing. But my beloved, I remind you that with this serious decision comes a serious invitation. I am inviting you to walk significantly closer with me than you ever have in your entire life. I am calling you to drop the luggage. There are specific bad habits and coping mechanisms you developed in your pain that must end today. There are toxic patterns of overthinking and self-sabotage that must be aggressively broken today. There are one-sided, draining relationships that must be completely surrendered into my hands today. I am not asking you to give these things up to punish you. I am demanding you leave them behind to protect you. You simply cannot sprint freely into your new empire if your ankles are still chained to the wreckage of your past. You cannot see the brilliant horizon clearly if you are constantly looking backward through the cloudy lens of your history. I am handing you the keys to total freedom, but you must make the conscious choice to put them in the ignition and drive forward. And remember this, not everyone is going to cheer for you when I elevate you. Do not be naive. Some people will question your sudden success. Some will try to find the flaws in your new life. Some will actively speak gossip and slander against you because their own spirits cannot comprehend the favor resting on your head. Do not let their bitter words plant tiny seeds of fear, imposter syndrome, or guilt in your heart. You do not owe anyone an explanation for the blessings I am giving you. Do not waste your breath trying to prove my sovereign work to critics who are committed to misunderstanding you. The time is rapidly approaching when what I am doing in your life will be mathematically and logically impossible to deny. Your elevated life will do all the speaking for you. Your undeniable blessings will be the only evidence needed. Until that moment of public vindication arrives, stay quiet, stay humble, and stay hidden before me. Treasure these prophetic words in the deepest vault of your heart, like priceless jewels. Let me pull back the curtain on my plans in my perfect timing. Even as you listen to this, I am deploying legions of angels to march ahead of you, clearing the roadblocks and dismantling the traps set by your enemies. I am bringing back strategic opportunities that you wept over because you thought they were lost forever. I am softening the hearts of kings, gatekeepers, and decision-makers who hold the keys to the rooms you need to enter. I am acting as your impenetrable shield, your flawless guide, and your fierce protector. Absolutely nothing and no one can forcefully remove you from the elevated place I am setting you in, unless you foolishly let go of my hand. So hold on to me with a grip of steel. Keep putting one foot in front of the other. Keep trusting me even when the wind howls. And burn this ultimate truth into your mind, my beautiful child. This decision is final. I have spoken it in the thundering courts of heaven, and it is right now manifesting on the dirt of this earth. The enemy may try his hardest to cause an illusion of delay, but he possesses zero power to destroy it. Your temporary circumstances might scream at you to distract you, but they are powerless to erase the blueprint I have drawn. I have specifically marked you with my oil for this exact moment in human history. I have chosen you out of millions for this specific blessing. I have set you apart, consecrated you, and prepared you for this monumental purpose. And I swear to you, I will personally see it through until it is completely, beautifully, and perfectly finished. One day, very soon, you will stand on the peak of the mountain I am leading you to. You will look back over the landscape of your life, and you will finally see how every dark valley was actually a tunnel leading you to higher, safer ground. You will clearly see how every single tear you cried acted as water for the seeds of the magnificent future I was growing for you. You will finally understand how my invisible hand was aggressively guiding you, even in the terrifying moments when you thought you were completely lost and abandoned in the wilderness. You will realize that my burning love for you never wavered, not for a fraction of a second. And you will know, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that this serious decision I made for you today was the greatest, most spectacular turning point of your entire existence. Now listen to me. The revelation you stayed to hear, the key that unlocks this season, is this. Your season of waiting was never a punishment. It was your incubator. The blessing I am releasing to you right now requires the exact mental and spiritual fortitude you built in the dark. The final key is total, unapologetic surrender of your timeline to mine. When you stop fighting the clock, the door will instantly swing open. Declare your amen where the whole world can see it, stamping your agreement with heaven's decree. And share this radiant light with another soul right now, someone who is desperately drowning in despair, who needs to know that I am actively fighting for them too. Step into the light, my child. Your new life begins right now. Do not think for a single moment that the intense spiritual warfare you just survived was a random coincidence. The reason the attacks against your mind, your finances, and your health have been so incredibly severe lately is because the enemy saw this exact moment approaching on your timeline. He saw the massive scale of the decision I was about to make in your favor. He panicked. He threw every weapon he had in his arsenal at you to make you quit right before the finish line. He tried to exhaust you to the point where you would be too bitter, too depressed, and too tired to reach out and grab the blessing I am handing you. But his plan failed. You are still here. You are listening to my voice right now. And because you did not break, I am about to break the bank of heaven over your life. I know exactly how physically and emotionally drained you are. I see how you have been running on fumes, pasting a fake smile on your face, and pretending everything is fine while your soul feels like it is bleeding. I know you have been secretly calculating how much longer you can hold on before you completely collapse. Hear me today. You do not have to hold it all together anymore. Drop your shoulders. Take a deep breath. Exhale the anxiety. I am stepping into the driver's seat. I am taking over the heavy lifting. I am about to move in your life with such sudden, breathtaking speed that it will literally make your head spin. You have been trapped in a season of agonizing slowness, where every tiny step forward felt like dragging heavy chains through thick mud. But that season is officially dead. You are crossing the border into a season of rapid, accelerated manifestation. What took others 10 years to build, I am going to establish in your life in a matter of months. Where there has been chronic lack, there is about to be an overwhelming surplus. Where there has been relentless confusion, there will be immediate, piercing clarity. Leave a permanent mark of your faith right now. Declare my time is here, where all can see, as a physical sign to the spiritual realm that you are boldly accepting this new pace for your life. I am not merely patching up the leaks in your life. I am rebuilding your entire foundation. This serious decision I have made concerning you involves breaking the generational curses that have haunted your bloodline for decades. I watched how your parents struggled. I saw the cycles of poverty, addiction, divorce, and depression that were handed down to you like a dark inheritance. The enemy thought you would just accept it. He thought you would bow down to the familiar struggles of your family. But I have chosen you to be the curse breaker. I have chosen you to be the one who finally draws a line in the sand and says, "It stops with me." Because of the decision I have made today, your children and your children's children will never have to fight the battles you fought. You are about to step into generational wealth, generational health, and generational peace. I am rewiring the financial trajectory of your life. Opportunities that seem completely illogical to the natural mind are going to be dropped directly into your lap. Checks are going to arrive that you did not work for. Debts are going to be canceled. Properties, investments, and resources are going to flow to you because I know I can trust your heart to use them for my glory. But as I elevate you, I must also vindicate you. I have not forgotten the people who stabbed you in the back. I saw the ones who smiled in your face while actively plotting your downfall behind closed doors. I saw who walked away and abandoned you in your darkest hour, the exact people you had previously bent over backward to help. You cried over them. You questioned your own worth because of how easily they discarded you. Do not waste another tear on those who could not see your value. I deliberately blinded them to your worth because they were never meant to go where I am taking you. They were scaffolding, meant to be in your life only for a temporary season to teach you a lesson. But they were never meant to be part of your permanent mansion. Let them go. Do not seek revenge. Do not try to clear your name. I am your defense attorney, and I am your vindicator. I am currently preparing a massive, overflowing table of blessing for you, and I am intentionally setting it right in the presence of your enemies. Those who doubted you, mocked you, and abandoned you are going to have a front row seat to watch me crown you with unprecedented favor. They will be forced to watch you flourish in the exact areas they tried to destroy you in. If you truly trust me to be your vindicator, do not keep this word to yourself. Send this message right now to someone else who has been deeply betrayed and broken. By sharing this light with them, you are planting a tangible seed of restoration for your own harvest. You must understand the absolute severity of what I am doing. I have decided that your tears have reached their ultimate quota. I have decided that the spirit of heaviness has overstayed its welcome in your home. I have issued an eviction notice to anxiety, panic, and depression. They no longer have the legal spiritual right to reside in your mind or your body. When you wake up tomorrow morning, you are going to notice a bizarre, beautiful lightness in your chest. The suffocating pressure will be gone. That is not a coincidence. That is the physical evidence of the heavenly decree I just authorized over your life. But I warn you again, my beautiful child, do not look back. When I pull you out of the wreckage, you cannot keep checking the rearview mirror. Do not text that toxic person out of loneliness. Do not entertain business with people who have proven they lack integrity. Do not return to the vomit of your past just because it feels familiar. Familiar dysfunction is still dysfunction. If you try to drag the heavy baggage of your past into this new, pristine season, you will contaminate the blessing. I demand your full, undivided forward focus. You must step into this new era with clean hands and a completely severed attachment to what used to be. And now, my child, lean in very closely. I promised you at the beginning of this message that if you stayed with me to the very end, I would give you the final revelation, the key that unlocks the exact blessing you have been crying out for. Listen to me carefully, For this is the truth that will shatter every chain holding you back. The very thing you thought disqualified you is the exact thing I am using to elevate you. For years, the enemy has tortured you with a specific insecurity. He has pointed at your biggest failure, your deepest flaw, or the most shameful part of your story, and he has whispered, "Because of this, God cannot use you. Because of this, you will never be fully blessed. Because of this, you are permanently damaged goods." You believed him. You spent years hiding that part of yourself, apologizing for it, and letting it dictate your self-worth. But here is the breathtaking reality of my serious decision. I am taking that exact flaw, that exact failure, that exact broken piece, and I am making it the cornerstone of your greatest victory. The world demands perfection, but I demand brokenness, because my light shines brightest through the cracks. Your greatest pain is the exact birthplace of your greatest purpose. The waiting, the suffering, and the rejection were not punishments. They were a divine setup. I intentionally allowed the enemy to back you into a corner, completely surrounding you, just so I could step in at the final second and show the universe that my power is made absolutely perfect in your weakness. The key to your immediate breakthrough is not trying to be perfect. The key is radically accepting that I love you exactly as you are, and that I have explicitly chosen you because of what you have survived, not in spite of it. Stop apologizing for your scars. Your scars are the authentic credentials of a warrior who survived the fire. The waiting is over. The incubator is opening. The decree is signed. You are no longer the victim of your circumstances. You are the master of your new destiny, backed by the full, terrifying power of the Creator of the universe. Seal this final, life-altering truth into your spirit. Declare, "I am chosen," where the world can see it. Step out of the shadows, my beloved. Walk boldly into the blinding light of your new reality. The shift has happened. It is finished. And I love you more than human words could ever possibly express. Now, my beloved child, I call you to arise and become a beacon of this very hope. Do not let this word die in your ears. Share this message with someone who is weary, someone fighting in the dark, someone who feels forgotten and forsaken. As you spread my light, I will multiply my favor upon your own life in ways you have never imagined. Every time you declare my goodness, every time you send this word forward, heaven releases fresh oil over your journey. Declare right now with boldness, leave aloud, Amen if you receive this word, and watch how I respond to your faith. I am not just changing your life in secret. I am raising you up as a living testimony that will ignite faith in many others. The more you share my heart with the broken, the more I will pour out upon you. Your obedience in this moment is unlocking rivers of blessing, not just for you, but for everyone connected to you. Go now, my child. Be my voice. Be my light. Your greatest days of impact are just beginning. I bless you with all my love. Go in peace.
We run on viewer support only. For exclusive member-only content, scan the QR or see the pinned comment. God bless you.